Oh!
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. Guess what Cappy asked me for before the stream?
I was like, my God. No, that's... What if I have to?
Mom said nookie? Quite the opposite. She asked me for a divorce.
And why is that?
Because I was making fun of you.
But I was denying it was good.
Yeah, but I told her no. So we're good.
Oh.
Bury the ashes. Okay. I don't know why I buried them there. If she actually gets serious, you have a place with me. If you ask her, she was serious. But no.
No.
No, I meant like, oh, I'm serious.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so serious
You
right now.
got that.
All right. Marked on the map where the grotto should be. It's in a completely different zone. That's cool. Price of perfection. What is that? Told me to find Phaedros. Oh, that's right. This is the other dude. The next, dude. The next guy with the thing. Man, I'm fucking nailing it. Oh, you weren't talking to me, you were talking to Cappy. Rip. Well, I guess you're moving to South Carolina then. Not really, though. You were like, yeah, I don't want to. Alright, fine. I guess you could stay here.
Thank you.
Sure.
Take it.
I'll take it. Yeah, I guess we can be together still. Yo, I died. Let's go. I died to the most common thing that kills people in video games. People. Gravity.
That's why I like games where gravity doesn't hurt. That's what I do in games.
Spare a coin.
See if it has fall damage.
Yeah.
That's-
like I'm lucky test I tested Pokemon. I was like, nope. But they had health kits, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to factor in health when I do gravity tests.
There we go. Weird.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Nope. Man, I told him, chat. Hmm. Is it up top? I don't know if he's up top or underneath. Let's assume he's up top. That guy was wrong. Kinda. Bedros' lab.
I'm terribly sorry for all that hassle. I should have taken more precautions.
You okay?
Yes, thank you. Just a bit shaken. The beasts must have somehow escaped during the night. When I woke up, they were already prowling the territory. I bolted the door and sat inside, hoping they'd leave. But, well, it's a good thing you showed up. Otherwise, I'd have had to choose between starvation and being mauled.
Yeah, you said they escaped. Where from?
Their pen, of course. The beasts were... my test subjects. I was sure they were significantly weakened and wouldn't pose much of a danger. I must have miscalculated. It's a bit of a shame they're all dead. I'll have to start everything from scratch. After the autopsies, of course.
How did you manage to capture them in the first place?
I lured them. They may be built differently and are quite tough, but most of them still need to eat, and they are susceptible to certain poisons.
Why didn't they just run?
That's an interesting question. Perhaps they've been in captivity long enough to forget the concept of freedom. Or maybe they've claimed this place as their territory, and the only thing that changed was their living conditions. Or perhaps they were just dumb beasts waiting for the closest source of food to leave the house. I suppose we'll never know.
What are you researching?
The weirdness and life itself. I don't know if you've ever dissected a weird beast, but their bodies are quite fascinating. Nothing is in its rightful place, and, for all intents and purposes, they shouldn't even be alive. And yet, there they are, prowling and growling. It's a bit of a miracle, don't you think?
I mean, when you put it that way.
I'm glad you agree. I know it's difficult to see my perspective when, time and time again, creatures like them try to kill you. I rather admire your open-mindedness.
Maybe you shouldn't be living here on your own?
Nonsense. Where else would I conduct my experiments? I'd rather endanger just myself instead of, say, the entire population of Kunakt.
So Daenerys sent me this way.
Oh, did he? Well, if the guild is so impatient for results, they should have sent someone sooner. Now all my beasts are gone, and I'm still missing a crucial ingredient.
Well, I'm here now.
Yes, I suppose you are. I'm sorry for my outbursts. It's been a stressful couple of days.
What do you need?
You see, weird beasts are unique creatures. The spark of life they carry is as twisted as it is relentless. I believe it can be extracted and transferred, creating a being capable of living in the weirdness without succumbing to its corruption. With everything that's been happening on Avalon, I believe this is the only way we can survive. The pigs can already do that. Well, yes, but they hardly escape disfigurement and corruption, do they? Besides, they only skirt the edges of the weirdness. They don't dwell deep within the fog. If I succeed, humans will be able to live in the weirdness freely, no matter how dense it becomes.
Yeah, what are you missing?
The heart of a Fae. Well, the Fae, to be precise. I'm not interested in the heart of some half-feral beast from the host. I need something far more powerful. I've heard of a Fae that calls itself Foxglove. It dwells in the roots of an ancient tree, lurking for unsuspecting travelers. Supposedly, it's cunning and quite vicious. If you bring me its heart, you won't just be doing me a favor. You'll be aiding all of Avalon.
Have you ever met this person?
Me? Of course not. I'm just a scientist. I doubt I'd have survived such an encounter. I've only heard rumors. They might be exaggerated, of course, but I wasn't going to risk my life just to satisfy my curiosity.
And what do you need the heart for?
They are powerful beings that seem to only half belong to Avalon. They have their own realm, and don't appear to care much about the weirdness. They are a missing piece of the puzzle, I think. I may be wrong, but every theory must be tested, shouldn't it?
Okay, I'll bring it to you.
Splendid! I assure you, if everything goes as planned, the Guild will hail us both as heroes.
Okay. Got anything cool for me to steal? Weird meat, let's go. I don't think so. All right, well, see you later. Where's this Fey creature he wants? Over near the ancient feast, okay? That was pretty straightforward. Bonk until dead. Hello?
So, you're the one Phaedros dragged into his madness. Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle of cleaning up. I'm Alma, the alchemist. Pleased to meet you.
Well, what are you doing here?
I won't deny, I'd have preferred to meet under much more favorable circumstances. I feel a bit like I've been caught at the scene of a crime, which, in a sense, I have. Although, in my defense, if we're speaking of crimes, this one is twofold. Phaedros's reckless experiments had to be stopped. The Guild warned him repeatedly that he was crossing the line.
But I killed the Fae. Was that really necessary?
Unfortunately, yes. The rules of our guild are clear. Crossing the established boundaries results in consequences, and those consequences grow more severe with greater transgressions. It's not like he wasn't warned. He knew exactly what he was doing and the risks involved. Believe me, taking measures like this brings me no joy. But we can't keep constant control over everyone. There are certain acts that simply cannot be forgiven. Phaedros was a threat, not just to himself and the guild, but to others as well. I'm sorry it had to come to this.
All right, so what's next for me?
First, I need to finish cleaning up here and prepare Phaedros for a proper burial. I'll also secure the rest of his research and materials to ensure they don't fall into the wrong hands. And then I'll have to write a report. Ugh, I hate paperwork. There are so many better ways to spend my time. And then we'll talk about your next assignment. Now, that's better. Shame our meeting had to be under these circumstances. Believe me, not all alchemists act like Phaedros. You seem all right, though. Charles's calm demeanor confirms that. Tell me, what made you join the guild?
There was money involved? I want to brew potions that will help me face the challenges ahead.
Then you might like the Dalriata approach. They specialize in brewing potions that can enhance one's abilities. Interesting people. You've already met one of them, Tyrannus. But anyway, what do you need?
You mentioned Charles. Who's that?
Charles is my Croakmore, though he's far from a typical specimen of his kind. He won't bite your hand off, unless, of course, he senses ill intent. At the moment, he trusts you, which is rather uncommon.
You tamed a Croakmaw?
I wouldn't call the process taming. It was something different. Let's say it involved a more invasive intervention. I found Charles just after he was born, abandoned by his mother, so I took him in. It was the perfect chance to examine his brain. While working on his exposed skull, I had to disrupt the areas responsible for his sense of belonging and aggression.
So you damaged his brain?
If this were a question, I would say it's a valid one. To be honest, I don't know the exact answer. I assume it all depends on perspective. If we accept that the brains of living beings are a kind of biological mechanism, then perhaps I managed to redirect the function of that mechanism so that it operates based on different needs and perceives its place in the world differently. Yes, that seems likely.
Okay. Why was it you who delivered the punishment to Phaedros?
That's my role. Let's just say I'm a sort of guardian of alchemical ethics. But more seriously, I was assigned to this task. Apparently, I'm the best at playing nanny to misfits like us.
How many members does the Alchemist Guild have?
It's hard to say. While we share a guild, not all of us keep in regular contact. Many members aren't as open about their affiliation as I am. They have their own lives and obligations, some of which might be highly conflicting.
I mean, that's fair. Can you tell me how the menhirs protect people from the weirdness?
All I understand is that it's a form of ancient magic, supposedly discovered by Merlin, who used it to repel the weirdness. A menhir with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale than a simple bonfire fueled by ethereal cobweb. Unfortunately, that's everything I know. As an alchemist, these are mysteries far beyond my knowledge or expertise.
Are you conducting your research for someone specific?
The hierarchical structure of the regular Camelosian guilds isn't something we strictly adhere to in the Alchemist Guild. Each of us has freedom in our research, as long as we don't violate ethical guidelines.
I want to ask about Phaedros.
Lately, situations like this have been happening far too often. Some alchemists within our ranks are starting to rebel, or they're coming up with utterly ridiculous ideas. I really hope this doesn't become a recurring pattern. To answer your question, unfortunately, yes, it was necessary. The rules of our guild set clear boundaries. Crossing them results in a response from us, one that becomes more severe the greater the transgression.
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to conduct field research, but the last few weeks have been exceptionally frustrating. I lack the necessary specimens, and I'm not exactly equipped to gather them myself. I'm skilled with a lancet, not a sword.
What do you need?
I heard you're trustworthy. But first, a warning. The task I have for you is unpleasant and messy. It involves extracting brain matter. But before you even get to that part, you'll need to risk your life to get close enough. I need brain centers from 3 creatures. A Nookalivi, a human infected with the Red Death, and a villager touched by the weirdness. I've heard stories about peasants on farmlands near Kunacht. They were unlucky that the Menhir stopped protecting the place where they lived. I'll reward you for each of the 3 brains, as long as they're intact. A bloody pulp is better suited as a snack for Charles.
Why do you need the brains of these particular creatures?
Each one ties into my field of study and interests. The Nookalivi is the result of the Red Priest's experiments, likely involving the weirdness. As for the afflicted humans, I suspect significant brain alterations occur during contact with the weirdness, as well as in the final stages of the Red Death. The Red Priests have written studies, but I'd like to see for myself.
Okay. All right, I'll be
Until
back.
next time.
A weird woman. Aberrant minds. Okay. Got one. Yeah, that is the next closest one, I guess. Hey, there's one. Okay, we'll go southwest. Leveling up my archery, though. Let him swing back over my way. I'm good, guys. Don't worry about coming out and helping. Fine. I got it.
You doing okay?
Yeah, man. Do that shit. Well, okay. Well, let's go into strength to get me to 25. Attack speed for consecutive two-handed hits. Heavy attacks with two-handed weapons have a 15% chance to deal radius. Wait, no. Heavy attacks with two-handed weapons deal 15% damage in a 4-meter radius. What else we got? Next damage instantly restores 2% or taking damage. I like how health has a lot of increased physical damage stuff. I'm not going to parry. Food regenerates more health. What about armor? An enemy has an active status on them, they take 10% more damage. Now that's something I'd want to do. Fueling your campfire with cobwebs is cheaper. Potions require 50% less alcohol. That's nice. Let's do that, and then we'll do cobwebs on campfires. Alright, so we need to go back to Alma. Now Cappy's leaving me for real, guys. So about those brains you wanted. Here's the Red Death.
Thank you. I trust you took the necessary precautions. The plague is known for its high contagion rate. I must admit, this is an important moment for me, for various reasons. I will soon begin the brain examination. Thank you again.
Here's the weird changed brain.
Poor soul. I only hope his consciousness completely vanished, sparing him any awareness of this nightmare. Since the weirdness began to re-emerge, cases like this have sadly become more common. Thank you. I hope that through these studies I can better understand the connection between our biology and the weirdness.
And here's the Nookalivi's brain.
Oh, the brain of a truly unique creature. Though I do pity its existence. The conflict between such opposing instincts must be such a torment. Nookalivi are hybrids created by the Red Priests, certainly a cross between redcaps and goats, though other animals were likely involved in the experiments. Regardless, thank you. I'm glad you came out unscathed. Here's your payment. So, it seems we're almost done. But I must ask for your help with one last matter. Before we met, I made contact with Dalriata trappers who agreed to get me the brain of an ice weaver. Out of their group, only 2 survived. Let's just say they've been making some threats. I need you to go to the exchange for me. Can I count on you?
What do you know about them?
They belong to the Svein tribe, but were banished for some reasons. To be honest, I don't care. I just wanted a group of folks who knew the Forlorn Swords well. I assumed they could handle it without too much trouble. Don't expect a warm reception. They're cold, harsh people. And given their current emotional state, well, it's a dangerous mix.
Where will it take place?
We initially planned to meet in a location I could easily access, but after what happened to their folks, they've made some specific demands. Here's the location and the gold I promised them for the task. Don't try to negotiate. The amount has already been agreed upon. Once it's done, find me. I'll be nearby. However, I'd prefer not to attend the meeting. It might unnecessarily escalate the situation. Until next time.
Interesting. Oh. Well, we can't continue that then, can we? I guess we can go Sanguinor. Got our